so that it'll keep them all nicely in line as well. I want to point out now some add-ons that are available with Envisioneer. We have quite a few of them that we've developed that allow you to import and export information outside of Envisioneer. These are add-ons that are in addition to the upgrade. If I come up to File and I hit Import, you'll see that I have Import a PDF file. So I can bring directly into my drawings now a PDF file. And I'm just going to look out onto my desktop. I've saved one out there. So you can see that I can get a preview of the PDF. And when I see that PDF, I can do a number of different things as well. The first thing that I'm going to want to do is establish what scale that it's at. So this one has quite a few dimensions running through it. So I'm going to use them to set that scale. So I can pick points within a PDF between the 2 points and then tell it that that distance that I just picked between represents 7 feet. Okay, so you just pick the points between one and the next, and then you tell it that that represents 7 feet, and you click OK. Now it knows the reference to scale that I'm going to be inserting this at. Another handy thing that you can do is dim down it. If I'm bringing this in purely to just trace over top of it, I don't want it to be overwhelming in the view. I want it to be nice and dim so I can trace over top of it, still see it, but just trace over top of it. And I don't necessarily need the title block and all this extra information. So if you're bringing in a PDF that includes floor plans, elevations, details, you can now also crop around it. So I'm just going to crop around this floor plan. So all I'm bringing in is that floor plan dimmed, and I've set the scale. Once you've done that, all you do is hit the Insert button, and that PDF attaches to your cursor. And I'm just going to left click to place it in. Now that it's in the drawing area, it gives me a quick way to start drawing walls. So I can just start picking points. I'm just going to turn off my snap track. Picking points to redefine this model based on the points that I have from that PDF. Because this was brought in as a vector PDF, I can still pick the same points that were established in that original PDF file that was created. And once you have all of those points selected, and I've redrawn the walls over top, that quickly, and if I go out to a 3D view, you can see gives me a 3D model right away as well. So being able to bring in a PDF to trace over top is really going to help you to save yourself some time so that you can recreate models that you get in that PDF format originally. You can also bring those PDFs in onto your worksheets. So out on the internet, if you found, in which there's tons of them, detailed drawings done in PDF format, you can bring in that PDF, and I'll just bring in that same one that I have on my desktop. And I'll just bring in a portion of it. So I'll just bring in this section right here. When you bring that in, and I'm just going to set my crop box there and the scale, that's going to represent 4 feet or 3 feet. When you bring these in and you bring in details, I'm just going to, oh, I forgot to crop it. Well, we'll just bring it off to one side here so you can see it off to the side here. When you bring that in, you still have the same tools that you have for any other type of file that you brought into Envisioneer. You can go up to Modify and Explode, and now they're all individual lines as well. So you've got that ability to change them, the lines as well, and they're all individual. So if you want to bring in a detail that you found in PDF format, you can edit it and change it as well, since it was brought in PDF format. Okay, so that's one great new utility that we have in Envisioneer, the import a PDF. And I think you'll find that for being able to trace over drawings in the model view and be able to bring in custom details in the worksheet view, that you'll find it to be a handy utility to have. We also, under the export pull down, have a number of relationships that we've established. You can export out to iLevel 2020. There's also MyTech and KeyMark, so you can export out to those products as well. So if you're wanting to do some structural analysis, you can have that done. It'll take your Envisioneer model, and they'll be able to open it up in iLevel Javelin product, insert all of the members that they have in their software to structurally analyze it using that original model that you drew in CADsoft Envisioneer. So that'll be helpful as far as accuracy. So there's not that time wasted that you take it to the lumberyard, they have to redraw it again and risk them making a mistake. Now it's going to be a seamless approach to just handing them off your model. They're using the same model. We're all going to save time and energy trying to repeat that exact same work again so it can all be done in a time-saving manner. I want to just profile another new, when we have those worksheets and we've been using the smart views, I'm going to set up a custom template and show you that when you're working with Envisioneer now, you can use this custom template, and we're going to make this available on our website for you so that when you draw a house, you can have all of your working drawings created for you on the fly because of this worksheet. So I'm just going to start up a brand new drawing, File and New, and it's going to be based on this new template that I just set up. So you can see down below, because I have this new template set up, it's already setting up a title sheet, a floor plan, front and rear views, building sections. So I've got my title sheets done. From there, all I have to do is create my model. So I'm just going to draw a model here, just randomly drawing. And I'll put a roof on it and a couple front windows, just so we can recognize it when we go into that working drawing sheet mode. And then what I do, I'm just going to go out onto my title sheet here, and I'm just going to say Insert Smart Views, and I'm going to say globally update the Smart Views. Plan view, front elevations, rear elevations, sections, and I just hit Update. What it's doing is it's looking at all of those working drawing sheets that I've already established, my floor plan, my elevations, my sections, and any inserted views that were already there so that we've already reestablished so we don't have to put them in again. And then it just updates the view to reflect my elevations and my sections through that model that I just drew. So think about how that can save you some time. So just having that custom title block, that template that we've created, where what we've done is just went in and inserted the views just to save time. So you can have these custom templates created, so all you have to do is draw the model and then just hit Update Globally the worksheet views, and it'll have your working drawings created for you. So that'll be a huge time saver for you, being able to insert that. I'm just going to slip back out to the model then, and I want to go over just some basic, while I was in there, program settings. Some of the program settings that we've updated for you just to give you further options as well. Under the building aids, you'll see that we've now given you the option that when it's inserting a floor, a ceiling, or a room region, before it was only going to the inside face of the wall, but now we give you the option for wall core or the wall surface. So you've got some flexibility there on when it's inserting these different elements, where they're going to be inserted from. So you can go to the wall core or go right out to the finish